Okay, good morning class. Please all stand for the prayer. As we all say, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Again, good morning class. So before you take your seat, kindly pick up some pieces of paper under your chairs and please arrange your chairs properly. If you're done, you may now sit down. Okay? Please settle down, class. So now, let's just check your attendance first. So boys, kindly count off. And girls, kindly count off. Okay, that's great. I think everyone is present today. Okay, now, so before we go on to our discussion, let's have a recap first. So, what was the last topic that we discussed last meeting? Anyone from the class? Miss Autentico? Yes, very good. Last meeting class, we discussed about the social constructivist view of learning. Okay, so now I have a question, class. So, who among you here have a memorable experiences in real life activities? Anyone from the class? Who among you here? Okay, Mr. Indon, please stand. What is your memorable experiences in real life activities? Yes, thank you, Mr. Indon. You have a great answer. So I know every one of you here are ay mga different nga mga na-experience na mga memorable experiences. So, naapod ko kanang na-experiences nga memorable experiences sa ako ang life. So, I have these experiences in joining a camp. So, and during vacation, I'm nag-join ko camp because in that situation, I experienced new environment and daghan kog nailhan nga mga kanang tao, mga friends through interacting and collaborating with each other. Okay, so now class, I will divide you into two groups. So as you can see, I have here two pictures class. So I will distribute these two pictures by group. So this will be the group 1 and group 2. So what you're going to do, class, is you will explain this picture based on what did you observe or unsa inyong na-notice ani nga picture. So each group must select one representative to explain. Am I understood, class? Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes to do that activity. Okay, so you may now start, class. Okay, are you done? Are you done, class? Okay, time's up. So let's start our first presenter. Our first presenter is from group 1. So, Miss Cajas, please stand. Okay, very good. You have a point, Miss Cajas. Let's give a round of applause from group 1. Okay, the next presenter is from group 2. Who is your representative, class? Okay, Miss Sarang, please stand. Okay, very good, Miss Sarang. Well explained. Let's also give a round of applause from group 2. Okay, thank you for your cooperation, class. So, now, I have a question, class. So, what did you observe from the activity that we've done today? Anyone from the class? Okay, so, our activity that we've done today, class, it's about the examples of authentic activity that it can be done in the classroom or in the community. Okay, so what do you think is our topic topic for today? Anyone in the class? None? Okay. Our topic for today, class, it's all about situated learning theory. Okay. So, what do you think is the meaning of situated learning theory? Anyone from the class? You can give me an brief definition of situated learning theory. Wala? Okay. Okay, so our topic for today is about situated learning theory. Okay, so situated learning theory class. Situated learning theory class, it is a theory of learning that emphasizes the importance of context and social interaction in acquiring knowledge and skills. So, situated learning theory class, it is a theory, it is a knowledge and skills that emphasizing in cultural and social setting. So, meaning to say, class, that situated learning theory, learning doesn't happen in isolation. So, learning happens or occurs through collaboration, interaction, and socializing from other people. Pinaagi sa pagkik-interact sa ubang tao, maka-learn ta in any situations. Okay, situated cognition or situated learning, it is a theory that suggests learning is naturally tied to authentic activity, context, and culture. So, it says here, class, that situated learning daw is learning naturally tied to authentic activity. So, ang learning kuno mahitabo siya pinaagi sa mga authentic activity. Like for example, class, kana role playing in the classroom, no? Role playing, a teacher will give a problem, so the students will give the solutions. Also, we have group discussion, which is the peer-to-peer learning. So, dili lang ka maka-learn through by yourself sa imong kagalingon lang, kundi maka-learn pud ka through interacting sa different people. So, another example, class, is a child learn how to read in the classroom. So, kay nga nung naka-learn man ang usa ka bata sa pagbasa? Nganong kaha? So, it is because a child or children is influenced to his or her teacher. So, gitudluan siya sa iyahang maestro kung saan pagbasa. Kasi mga words or mga sounds nga lisod litok. So, pinaagi ana, class, nakahibaw sa kabata o isaon pagbasa. Am I understood, class? Okay, so next, it suggests that learning takes place through social relationships with a cultural milieu. So, from what I've said earlier, class, that we can learn through collaborating and through interacting with other people, pagig-socialize sa ubang tao, maka-learn ta into different situations. So, it says that learning emphasizes into the interconnectedness of the real-world activities. So, giingon din nga, we can learn from different situations. Like, for example, class, we can learn into different situations like in the community, di ba? Adunay pagabuhaton nga mga, like for example, cultural festival sa usa ka lugar, di ba? Aduna may fiesta. If adunay fiesta, di ba? Aduna say festival. So in that situation, dili lang kay dili lang kay ikaw ray maka-learn, pati pod ang ubang tao pinaagi sa pag-interact, pag-socialize, maka-learn ka in that situations. Okay, so giingon po din nga kanang learning is through social relationships with a cultural milieu. We can learn into different situations through our environment or sa ato ang society. Sabdan ra? Okay. Okay, so next, let's read. A sociologist, anthropologist, and learning theorist, Jane Leib is one of the notable proponents of situated learning theory. Following are the highlights or the main ideas of the situated learning theory that she advanced. So, ingon din nga si Jane Leib, she is the proponent or the theorist of situated learning theory. So, mao ni iyang mga main ideas sa situated learning theory. Okay, so letter A, knowledge is socially constructed. Knowledge is acquired and developed through social experiences. So, from what I've said earlier class, that we can learn through interacting with other people, through social experiences, through our shared experiences from the community or in the classroom. So, example class, for instance, is kanang magka-learn ta on how to speak English. So, masa kaha ang situation nga maka-learn ta on how to speak English, kanang ma-practice ang atong English. So, one example is kanang pag-igstorya sa mga foreigners, diba? Diba? Kung makig-istorya ta sa mga foreigners, maka-learn ta o maka-learn ta sa ilang language, ang sa ilahang mga kanilang sinultihan, the way sila mosulti, fluent ba sila, like that. So, maka-learn ta through socializing sa mga foreigners. So, not just maka-learn ta through personal. Maka-learn po ta through the use of social media. So, pinaagi sa social media, na po kayo maka-chat ng mga foreigners, dili tungod nga nakig-chat ka kay naka-interest. Nakig-chat ka kay curious ka. You want to learn on how to speak English. So, pinaagi is naka-learn na ka sa society, pakig-interact. So, next, letter B, knowledge evolves naturally as a result of individuals participating in and negotiating their way through new situation. So, it says here, class, that we as individuals, we can learn through participating and negotiating into new situation, into different situation. Like, for example, class, so I have this experience, class, nga ganahan ko maka-learn on how to play an instrument, specifically a guitar. So, ganahan ko makahibaw So, tungod kay curious ko, tungod kay ganahan ko makahibaw, so, ni-ask ko o ni-doon ko sa amuang musical director sa among church or sa among mentor nga, ganahan ko makahibaw unsaon pagkaskas or unsay mga different chords sa pag-play og instrument ka guitar. So, pinaagi sa negotiate nako in that situation or pakig-interact nako sa among musical director is iya kong gitudluan na influensyahan ko nga nakahibaw nako unsay mga basic chords sa pag-play og instrument nga guitar. So, we can learn through participating and negotiating into a different situation or into new situation. Sabtan ra? Okay, very good. So, letter C. Knowing, learning, and cognition are socially constructed that are seen or expressed in action of people and people interacting. Okay, so who wants to explain this phrase or in this sentence? Who have an idea, class? Anyone from the class? Okay, Miss Valiota, please stand. What is your understanding in this phrase? Okay, thank you. Very good, Miss Valiota. So it says here that learning and cognition are socially constructed. We can learn socially, class. So, makalearn ta through by expressing our action or pakig-interact sa ubang tao. Like for example, kanang mga cultural practices, mga traditions, di ba? Ma-reflect man na nato through sa pakig-interact nila. Like for example, respecting for elders, di ba? Kanang, di ba? Expressing actions of people and people interacting. Makalearn ta kanang, di ba, sa una naanda naman jud na kanang muamin ta sa mga katiguangan, dili lang sa mga katiguangan, may sa atong mga papa or sa atong mga kanang ninang, ninong, di ba? Ngana pinaagi ana ma-reflect po na nato sa ato ang action sa ubang tao. So, ano giingon nga ang learning is expressed in actions and people interacting. Something dra, class? Okay, so next is letter D. Construction of meaning is tied to specific context and purposes. Okay, so like for example, class, a chef is kanang reading a recipe. So, muna siya specific context. Ang usa ka chef nibasa siya og recipe. So, unsa may ang purpose? What is the purpose of the chef? Ngano nibasa man siya sa recipe? So, the purpose of the chef is to know or to prepare on how to prepare a delicious food. Not just only to prepare delicious food, also a chef know how unsay mga techniques, mga procedures in preparing or making a cuisine or different food. So, mao na siya example sa specific context and purposes. So, another example, class, is kanang kita sa ka students, ang usa ka students kanang na siya exam. So, unsa may purpose, unsa may dapat buhaton niya if na siya exam. So, of course, magtuon gyud ang usa ka students. Kaya ang iyang purpose is kanang para makahibaw siya kung siyang itubag during examination. Something ra? Am I understood, class? Okay, so next is letter E. Learning is fundamentally social and inseparable from the practice it is supposed to develop. Okay, who can explain this phrase? Anyone from the class? Okay, Miss Bitasa, please stand. What is your understanding in this phrase? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer, Miss Bitasa. So it says here that learning is fundamentally social. So we can learn in the society from just interacting and collaborating with other people. So, like for example, class, kanang sa usa ka lugar, di ba? Adun naman ay mga different languages ang mga kanang mga tao dito. Kanang sa di ba sa Mindanao, kanang sa lugar sa Mindanao, di ba? Naman na sila yung mga different languages nga gigamit. So, ikaw nga niadto dito sa usa ka lugar, through conversation, makig-student ka sa ilahang language. So, you observe the words, unsay mga words nga ilang gigamit, unsay buot pasabot atong nga mga languages. So, in that situation, you practice, imong gi-practice, imong gi-develop kung unsay mga words and mga unsay lang languages nga gi-practice. So, it's from practice and it's supposed to develop. So, through that situation is ma-develop ang imuhang sa may ma-develop. It's supposed to develop in that situation through observation. Okay, letter F. Learning is situated within authentic activity, context, and culture. So, let's what I've said earlier class that learning is situated. We can learn into different situation. We can learn sa mga, it says here that we can learn through authentic activity. Maka-learn ta sa mga activity class. Like for example, sa classroom, di ba? Kanang sa science class, ado naman ay kanang experiment, di ba? So I have this experience way back when I was in grade, I think it's grade 9. So naami sa among science class, naami gibuhat nga experiment. Nag-experiment mi og unsaon kuno pagbutos sa ka volcano, unsaon pag-erupt. So in that situation, gipaadto mi sa among kanang maestro dito sa science lab. Kaya nga nagkahang gipaadto mi dito. So gipaadto mi dito for discovery learning aron makibaw mi og unsay process o unsay process or giunsa paggama or unsay process sa pagbuto ana ang experiment. So napay mga lain nga experiment. So in that situation is naka-learn ka through activity kay pinaagi mo gud sa mga activity class is mas engaging siya sa usa ka learner. Dali ra siya masabdan through activities. Okay, next letter G. Situated cognition is a way of naming the kind of learning that takes place and through common practices. So as what I've said, that learning takes place. We can learn into different places, different people, different situation. So, we can learn through developing our skills. That learning is situated that we expose from any activities. Like for example, naanda na nato ka ng musay tag thank you, say o please, say o good morning, di ba? That's the example of common practices. Mga ka-learn ta into different situation. So next, letter H. Learning is in part about increased participation and that it is legitimate to participate in different ways. So, like sa akong giingon nga learning, we can learn through participating. Participating into different ways. So like for example class, by asking a question. So mangutana ta, by asking a question, it engage our critical thinking. Mangutana pud ta kay kanang naatay mga wala na sabtan, natay mga clarifications. So pinaagi ana ma-enhance or ma-enhance ang atong critical thinking through sharing ideas and collaborating with others. Through participation in different ways, we can also learn. Next, letter I. Cultural models are not held by individuals but live in the practices of a community and how people with each other. Okay, so from what I've said, ganina nga maka-learn ta sa ato ang community katong like kung giingon nga fiesta, di ba? Naman siya na buhaton nga festival kanang sa usa ka community dapat kanang makig-interact pud ang mga tao. Like for example, kanang simbang gabi, di ba? Every December naman siya buhaton nga Misa di Gallo. So, in that situation, mahibaw-an jud nimo nga kanang jud hapit na jud Pasko kay nay buhaton jud nga ing ana. So also kanang in every community there's differences like different beliefs, religions and mga practices. Like for example sa beliefs kanang mahibaw-an nimo ang usa ka tawo pinaagi sa iyang sinuotan like kanang makaingon ka nga hala taas man na siya kanang sayal niya kanang lain siya mamorma. So pinaagi ana is maibaw-an nimo nga lain di siya og religions or beliefs and how the community and how people with each other. Okay, nasabtan na class? Okay, very good. Okay, so next is letter G. Designing learning experiences from situated learning perspectives start with some assumptions that learning is grounded in the actions of everyday situations. So, it says here, class, that learning is by just doing our actions. We can learn through the real world activities and from our society or from different situations. Maka-learn ta, pinaagi sa ato ang pagbuhat sa mga activities into different situation or different different environment. Next is letter K. Knowledge undergoes construction and transformation through continuous use. By Brown, Collins, and Duguid, 1989, further rationalize the importance of authenticity in situated learning. These are: number 1, knowledge is a product of making and creating meanings and cannot be separated from its context. Learning is a continuous, lifelong process from acting within and reacting to situations. Number 3, the tools of learning and their usage reflect the particular accumulated insights of communities and practice. And lastly, number 4, learning is a process of enculturation. So, and overall, that our learning is by doing and creating. Our learning is a lifelong process that we can learn through common practices from our community. We can learn through collaboration, through interacting into different situations, into different activities. We can learn by our community through different values, different beliefs, and practices in our community. Okay, so nasabtan na class, am I understood? Any clarification? Any objection or questions? Mas mga kalibugan about our discussion for today's morning? None? Okay, now let's have a group activity. So from our group activity, I will divide you into 4 groups. So what you're going to do, class, so ako mo i-divide into 4 groups. This will be the group 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what you're going to do, class, is you will create an example of scenarios of activities based on real experiences. Magama mo og scenario sa usa ka activities nga based sa inyong kaugalingon nga experiences. You will write this activity into a 1/2 crosswise. So I will give you 5 minutes to do this activity. Am I understood? Okay, you may now start. Okay, are you done, class? Okay, time's up. Kindly pass your paper here in front because I will be the one to check your activity. Ako ray magbasa sa inyong gibuhat nga activity by group. Okay, now let's proceed to our assessment. So kindly please get 1/4 sheet of paper and please put a number 1 to 5 and please answer the following questions. So you're going to identify the correct answer, class. So I will give you 5 minutes to answer this assessment. Am I understood? Okay. So please, dili magsinundugay ha. Answer carefully. Kaya ang manundog, ahong may lusan. Am I understood? Okay. Are you done? Not yet? Okay. Okay, time's up, class. Please exchange your paper to your seatmate. So, let's all read the number 1 It is a theory that suggests learning is naturally tied to authentic activity, context, and culture. So, what is the answer from number 1? Anyone? Mr. Yaket? Yes, very good. So the correct answer is situated cognition or situated learning theory. Number 2. Please read. She is a sociologist, anthropologist, and learning theorist. What is the answer, class? Anyone? Miss Casinillo, please stand. What is the correct answer? Yes, very good. The correct answer is Jane Lave. Okay, number 3. Please read. It is acquired and developed through social experiences. What is the correct answer, class? Okay, the correct answer is knowledge. Number 4. It is referred to fundamentally social and inseparable from the practice and it is supposed to develop. What is the answer for number 4? Anyone? Mr. Linugao, what is the correct answer? Yes, very good. The correct answer is learning. Okay, next, number 5. It is a process of enculturation. Okay, what is the correct answer, class? Okay, very good. The correct answer is learning. Okay, who got the perfect score, class? Okay, I think every one of you got a perfect score. So let's give a round of applause from those students who got a perfect score. And from those students who got a low score, better luck next time. Okay, so pass your paper here in front because I will be the one to record your scores. Please hurry up, pass your paper here in front. Okay, so now for your assignment, kindly please take note for your assignment. Please research and study in advance the next topic, which is the social interactions, interpersonal relations and communications and the learning process. Nasabtan ra, nasuwat na? Okay, so now, as I conclude, I will leave a quote that says, learning is not a solitary activity, but a social and cultural process. It means, class, that learning is not just an individual endeavor. It's not just an individual activity. We can learn through collaboration, through interaction from those people who around us. We can learn from those activities that are engaging into different situation by just participating and negotiating into different people. So it says that it thrives into our shared experiences, our interactions from our interaction from those people and into the community. It is the collective knowledge from our environment. So again, this is Teacher Christine saying thank you and goodbye, class.